Welcome back to my cave, once again, humans. I'm still not sure what my next big project is gonna be, at least not as far as videos go, but, no, I'm someone who likes to dabble in a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm what you'd call a jack of all trades, master of none. But you know what? I've always kinda wanted to, have an animal-themed Mega Man hack. Preferably of Mega Man X, but baby steps for now. I'm kinda tried hacking the first game. This is like level 1 of Sprite-Hacking. But speaking of Mega Man X, let's check out this character. This is kinda based off a comic I saw in, I wanna say X, maybe BlueSky, of this, there was this joke that X and Zero are prejudiced against animal Reploids, which, doy. I mean, that's like the understatement of the millennium. But, basically the comic had this character called Dynamite Dolphin, which I think is a fan character, just a character made for said comic, and I don't think it's an actual character, at least I kinda hope not. And if the person who made that comic is watching this, hey there, I think your character's cool. I also think it'd be cool if you made your own little comic starring him. That'd be awesome. I don't remember who made Dynamite Dolphin or the comic he's associated with. Just that this hack is kind of inspired by it, or these sprites are kind of inspired by it, by trying to turn Mega Man into a dolphin. I'll be honest, dolphins aren't really my favorite animal. If sharks are the assassins of the sea, then dolphins are the assholes of the sea. Or so I've heard. I hear dolphins can be dicks at times, but I don't know, that just... I guess they're kinda cute. I don't think they're as adorable as a lot of people say they are, but I guess they're cute. I don't hate dolphins, but they're one of those animals I like more than I respect, if that makes sense. Still, a dolphin Reploid hasn't been done, and I think it would be kinda neat. For now, though, I'm kinda just making simple sprite hacks. I kinda wanna make it so you can paste these over other hacks and play them with this character, if that makes sense. Maybe I'll even do my own level hack. I don't know, I don't have much experience with level hacking. I know it's not too hard if you have a decent editor, but I don't know, I've toyed around with it a little bit, but never done anything serious with it. Like I said, jack of all trades, master of none. As for the robot masters, I'm trying to think of what would go good with them. Like, for Cutman, he uses these boomerang scissors, so thinking maybe an Australian animal like a koala. And I do think Cut Koala does sound pretty cool. But I do want your guys' opinions. Anyway, here's Cut Koala. His sprites are mostly finished, or at least this is a version of him, and at first it looks okay, but I do want to point something out. The middle sprite of this animation is kinda weird. When using a sprite editing program like Tile Molester, yes, that's what it's called, you gotta find where each of the sprites are stored, and I'm not fully sure where that particular piece is stored, so for now it looks kinda weird until I can figure it out. On another note, maybe those eyes could be edited. I want him to look kinda bored, but it's not really coming through that well, if I'm being frank. Cutman's never that hard, but when I'm careless, he can beat me. Let's try changing his eyes. There's a little more expression to these, and he's got that big koala nose, but I do think he might look a little too blocky. I'll admit I'm not a master spriter, but I do want them to look somewhat presentable. I've honestly seen worse than this, but I've also seen better. Kelvin the Lion had some pretty decent character sprites. Anyway, I'll be honest, Cutman might just be the hardest one to edit, because he's got the most sprites to worry about. But, I did want to show off, well, first off, I kind of want to show off my skills at doing Gutsman stage. As well as, well, I started with Gutsman's head to make the next character, Heavy Hippo. I kind of want to pick as few animals that have been done in Mega Man X or Zero as possible. Like, yes, there's a hippo in Command Mission, but not in any of the main games. And I'm pretty sure there's no koala either. And I easily could have just went with a Kwanger beetle or whatever they're called, since Boomer Kwanger is basically Anthro Cutman. But I didn't want to go that route. I didn't want to take the easy way out, and that's why I kind of went with a koala. But as for Gutsman, come on, a hippo just really fits him. Alright, these platform sections are always really hard. Let's see if I can, okay. Okay, oh, come on. Ooh, I'm doing it. That took years of practice. Although, to be honest, the rest of the stage is kinda nothing special. This is, kind of a weird stage where the hardest part really is the beginning. It's actually kind of a short stage, which is a shame because this is one of the more aesthetically interesting stages in the first game. It actually kind of looks like a location somewhere. What is Cutman stage even supposed to be? You know what? Maybe I should also anthropomorphize some of these other enemies, like these guys. I mean, I probably should, just to make things just a little less lazy feeling. I'm kind of going on a little too long with this stage, but I did kind of want to bring up that I'm tempted to do a video on Gutsman. Specifically, his difficulty when you first fight him versus his difficulty in the boss rush, and how he makes a surprisingly good cap to the boss rush. And maybe I could do a video on the stage itself. There's quite a bit to dissect with it. Well, first let me get past this big eye. I guess I'll just have to... Those things are annoying. They are damage sponges. Alright, so anyway... Now, is it just me, or am I the only one that actually kind of misses these enemy-filled corridors, these hazard-filled corridors? I mean, they weren't that bad, were they? I kind of liked them. Anyway, here's Heavy Hippo, or at least the head of Heavy Hippo. As far as a boss goes, the big problem with Gutsman, at least the first time you fight him, is that he really doesn't do that much attacking. He just stomps around and just shakes the ground, which doesn't really do anything to you but stun you momentarily. He does shoot those boulders, though, which are difficult to dodge, but he doesn't do it enough in the first fight. When you refight him, well, that's another story. Like I said, not sure what my next big video project is, so I did kind of want to show an update on the Heavy Hippo sprites. I got him mostly complete to where I want to start out with, though I can't say any of these sprites are final. But he is looking a little more original outside the arms, which I probably should edit. And okay, wait, what? Where the heck is his mouth? I guess I forgot to edit that sprite. After this battle, I should probably go and fix that, but you haven't noticed I'm actually getting my butt kicked here. Really, against Gutsman? But Gutsman's usually pretty easy. At least outside the boss rush, but if I make a video, we'll get to that then. Alright, so where in the original sprite sheet is it? Ah, there it is! Let me just edit that real quick, and... No! There it isn't? Then what tile is it? What tile was I supposed to edit? If anyone can help me out here, let me know, because I am not sure which tile I'm actually supposed to edit. But anyway, that's about Heavy Hippo, completed for the most part. Not finalized, I probably should edit some of these to look a little more original, but other than that, it's where I want it to be for now. And like I said, I don't really know what my next big project is, so I'm kind of just doing this just as a placeholder, but hopefully I'll figure something out, and hopefully I'll actually finish this hack. I wanted to pick something that was manageable for me. I've been kind of lazy as of late, but anyway, until next time, I'm Balf, and the cave is closed.